Once you've scheduled and recorded a meeting, the recorded meetings will show up in the bottom of the virtual classroom icon in the nav bar. So if you click to here, you will be able to view the previews of these. Students can access them in the same way. Now, I will view this as a student just so you can see exactly what their view would be. So when I view this as a student, there's 3 different things that they can do. They can go to the virtual classroom and look at the recorded meetings in the list. So as I scroll down here, you'll notice there's the actions, and then they can select preview. So they can preview this video inside here, and it would go through and show if there was a webcam, what the presentation was, and then if there was any chat throughout. They can also access a public link and then paste that into a browser, which would then show this on a full screen. So this would be the Monday morning meeting inside here. Now, depending on where you've also shared that, students could view that through the content or the activity feed or announcements, right? So if I look here and we had this meeting that was scheduled for Monday morning, if I open this up, that link brings me directly to the recording preview of that meeting that we had that day. Okay. Nice thing about virtual classroom being inside of activity feed is if we look at the activity feed, it already has this. It already has the meeting recording that's loaded directly inside here. So this was a different meeting that we held. Again, you can see the timeline of it. You'll see polls. You'll see all the different pieces that were shared throughout the presentation, the chats, and so on. So that's through activity feed. The other option is if you've posted it in content. So if we look at posting something inside of content with our recordings, then what you'd be able to see is when they click on this meeting that was recorded, the meeting preview will show up directly within this window. So a bunch of different options for you to share those meetings out, and it's the same process as if you were sharing out a new meeting detail. So if you were looking at saying, well, I want to add this in, I want to add a recording into this new unit, then as a teacher, I would go into my content, or I would go into my my announcements, or wherever I want to add that to, and follow the same instructions as adding in message or meeting details for a teacher, or for students. So I would select add existing. I'm going to select a virtual classroom here, and I will select one of the meetings that's already passed. So this is a recorded meeting. I can select that right there, and notice what ends up happening is the initial meeting details. So for example, this one, conference room meeting 1, has not started yet, so it would show the meeting lobby, okay, because that meeting has not started or been recorded. And so this one right now does not have a meeting. However, this one over here, the TELT one, we did have a recording for, and so it turns that directly into the meeting recording. Okay, so the nice piece about this is that if you're posting these links somewhere inside your content or activity feed, then the meeting lobby turns directly into the meeting recording, and that makes it so that is, again, very easily accessible to all students and teachers.